Welcome to the world of physics. So my dear students, we were discussing about the chapter magnetism and we have seen the properties of the magnetism, and after that we have learned about how to magnetize a magnetic material, that means how to prepare a magnet. Then we have seen how to make magnets by using magnet, and the last class we were discussing about electromagnets, how we are making magnets using electricity. That's what we have seen, and we have seen the differences between permanent magnet and an electromagnet or a temporary magnet. Today we are going to do the last topic of our chapter. Today we will discuss about mainly three topics. Subtopics are there. First one we will discuss about uses of magnets. Second one we will be discussing about demagnetizing a magnet. And the last point what we are going to discuss today is scale and storage of magnets. So today's first portion we have to discuss about uses of magnets. We know that we are using magnets for different purposes. Even though when we are hearing the word magnet, normally we used to think that these magnets are only chosen just to attract between the magnetic materials, or the uses, when we are simply thinking, the uses are very less. But magnets are playing an important role in our daily life. So let's look at the uses of magnets and electromagnets in our daily lives. First one, magnets are used in magnetic compass. The first device what we are used earlier stage, the sailors were using magnetic compass to find out the directions, north, south, east, west, and that was the first use of magnet, and that was originated from the ancient one, leading stone. Okay, the second use was magnets are used in the closing mechanism for refrigerator doors. We have fridges in our home, is it not? Not only fridge, the refrigerator also, freezers also is there. We know that the door will be automatically going and closing and it is stuck there. So there in the door, the magnets are used. Why? They will attract each other and the door will be properly closed. Otherwise, if it is not proper, the things what we are keeping inside the refrigerator will not be stored for a long time. Not only that, I think even now the instruments, some boxes are there, plastic boxes, what you are thinking, pencil and scale. You can see that the one magnet will be there, automatically it will be coming and closing. Or some pouches, purses, some ladies' bags, it is same. That is just like the closing mechanism for the doors of mainly in the refrigerator or other things also we are using nowadays. Then next one is, third use is that magnets are used in computers, television, speakers and microphones. Magnets are used in computers, television, speakers and microphone. In computer, the coming session we will discuss about even the hard disk also formed by some of the magnetic materials, magnets. Okay, or we can say that earlier, nowadays we are using LCD TV, LED TV. Earlier, we were having the old form of or the model of TV. You can see picture 2 is there, from the picture 2. This is magnet. Using this magnet only, it is able to emit electrons, and we are getting the screen there. So magnets are used in computers, televisions, speakers, and microphones. Okay, now the fourth one is magnetic strips are used in ATM cards and credit cards to store information. Just imagine, nowadays we are not going and standing in a queue in the bank, and we are not taking by giving check or giving the application and we are taking money. ATM is everywhere and swiping machines are there everywhere. Always, all these places we are using debit card or ATM card or credit cards. And this, whatever informations are stored about our account and our details, everything is stored in magnetic strips. So the strips only operating the ATM cards and credit cards. Just imagine the use of magnets. Then the next one is magnetic materials are used in computer hard disk to store information. See, what is that? You all are studying computer from the smaller classes, and the heart of the computer is called hard disk. Without a hard disk, computer cannot record any or cannot store any data. So this hard disk is made up of magnet, that means magnetic materials to store the information. Now, the next one is small magnets are used by doctors to remove iron splinters from the eyes. The eyes are some iron material, something when you do the welding time or something, if it is going and striking, we cannot operate that medicine. No, we have to take it out. So they are using magnet to take it out. Then magnets are used to make certain toys. In our childhood days, you might have played with so many toys which is used magnets. So these are the general uses as a magnet. Now we are going to move the uses of electromagnets. What are the uses of electromagnets? What are the uses? In industries and shipyards to lift heavy loads. I said that in order to lift the heavy load, maybe it is in containers. These containers are made up of iron, is it not? So in the cranes are there, they will have two hooks will be there, that hooks will be attached to the electromagnets, and the containers are there. What will be doing? Suppose if this is the container, hooks will be there, hooks will go and attach there. After attaching, what happens? The operator will turn on the electricity. This will be a soft iron bar wounded with an insulated wire. If this is going to act as a magnet, as a result, what will happen? This container will be stuck on the magnet. It will be raised, kept somewhere, releasing, demagnetizing. So it is used in industries and shipyards to move heavy loads. The next one is to separate iron and steel objects. To separate iron and steel objects from the metal scrap. Already we know that if there are so many waste materials are dumped together, if you want to separate iron and steel materials, take the electromagnet, make the electromagnet near to the materials, it will be attracted, it will be taken to one side, demagnetizing, it will fall down and we can separate them, this iron and steel material. The next one is in mining industry to separate iron ores. What is iron ore? That means how we are getting, that means iron is stored in the earth in the form of ores. I think geography you might have learned these things, or then chemistry also you will study. So from this ore only, this first we are getting the ore, then this ore is purified and we are getting iron. So the ore is consist of iron, surely it will be magnetic material. So the magnet will be attracting this iron ore and we can separate them from the other rock pieces and limestone, etc. or the soil. Then the next one, in electric bells, electric motors, dynamos and generators. See, electric bell, almost every houses in there will be electric bells will be there, or in a school we are having electric bell used by, or it is controlled by electromagnets. Electric motors, everybody is having electric motors in our home, even the fan also electric motors are there. Use of electromagnets. Again, the dynamos, cycle and other, you know that dynamos are there. In dynamos also we are using electromagnets. Then electric motor, electric generator. You know that when the power is failing, in our school also we are having generator. All the industries and all the shops they are using. If the inverter is not there, they will be using. That means inverter can provide only some amount of electricity. If we need a large amount of electricity, we have to depend on electric generators. In electric generators also, with two magnets are there. In between the magnets, the iron ore is rotating, and that's why it is producing electricity. The detailed working of the electric generator you will be studying in class 9 and 10. So the another one is that by doctors to remove small iron pieces from wounds. That means if we are getting some wounds with some iron instruments or some iron small dust particles of iron, if it is entering into our wound, we know that it is poisonous and our wound is will not get cured. So if there is any particles of iron, we have to remove it. So the small magnets will be shown by the doctors, and when it is magnet is shown, suddenly the iron pieces will be attracted towards the magnet, and we can very easily take it out. So these many examples and uses we have studied. I think almost more than 10 examples we have learned. So just imagine this much wide uses are there for magnets. Okay, now we are going to the next one. Demagnetizing a magnet. Demagnetizing a magnet. What do you mean by demagnetizing? Already we have learned the previous classes how to magnetize a magnet. Magnetizing means making a magnetic material to magnet. Then what will be the demagnetizing? Just opposite. We are going to destroy the properties of magnet. The destroying of so what is the demagnetization? We can make the magnet to lose their magnetic properties, and this is called demagnetization of a magnet. So how can we demagnetize a magnet? Very simple. There are so many examples are there. First one is rough handling. Suppose you are having a bar magnet or a whatever magnet you are having. If you are not handling it properly, you are just throwing on the dust, putting it down, taking without the proper care. If you are passing the magnet, can fall down. So when it is rough handling, we know that these magnetic materials are this north-south pole. They are aligned in the same direction. So when it is falling down, if it is throwing somewhere, what will happen? This alignment will break. As a result, the magnetic properties of the magnet is going to vanish. The second one is that dropping a magnet on the floor several times. Take the magnet, put it down, again take it, put it down. So when this magnet is getting so much shaking, so what will happen? The alignment of north-south direction, the poles of the magnet is going to be changed. So it will become a magnetic material, not a magnet. So all the magnetic properties of the magnet is going to be vanished. The next one is hammering the magnet several times. Same result. When it is falling down slowly, it is falling. That means the effect is more when we are hammering. When we are hammering the magnet from one side, what will happen? Or for several times, the properties of magnetism is going to be vanished. Then, passing an alternate current through the magnet. Alternate current means the current what we are using. That means direct current means there is only one phase. Alternate current means there are two phases are there. Positive cycle and negative cycles are there. So if there is positive negative cycle means it is just like when we are discussing the magnet, the electromagnet, I said that if you want to change the magnetic poles, you can reverse the battery or the cell so that the direction of the current is going to be changed. Alternate current means the direction of current in second, maybe it will be changing 100 times, 50 times like that. So in 1 second, the material is going to, the magnet is going to get the permanent magnet is going to change their poles with the 50 times. As a result, what will happen? The poles of the magnet, that means all the properties of the magnet is going to demagnetize. So alternate current by passing, take a permanent magnet instead of iron core, take a permanent magnet. On the permanent magnet you put a wire. Normal our electricity use put in that wire, the magnet is going to demagnetize. Okay, so direct current only, DC current only we will be using in order to make the magnet. AC current we are using to demagnetize a magnet. The last one is heating into very high temperature. That means if you keep the magnet in the flame of a candle, if you place the magnet in the fire, after some time what will happen? All the properties of the magnet is going to be vanished. So destroying the properties of magnet is called a demagnetization. What are the things? Rough handling, putting the magnet down for several times, hammering a magnet for several times, passing AC current, and the last one is heating. All these are the methods of demagnetizing or destroying the properties of magnet. The last topic today we are going to discuss is care and storage of magnet. Care and storage of magnet. So we have studied something about demagnetizing, is it not? So demagnetizing means we are losing the magnet. We need magnet for a long time, is it not? So that's why we are studying about how to care and store the magnets. Suppose we are having a bar magnet. In the lab we are having the magnets. See, I have one magnet. If this is a magnet, I am just keeping the magnet somewhere. And we know the directive property of the magnet, is it not? That means the earth is having the magnetic properties. A freely suspended magnet always will show the north-south direction. That means this magnet is under the surveillance of the magnetic properties of the earth. As a result, what will happen? Automatically the magnet, the power of the magnet will be getting weaker and weaker. Okay, so this is called self-demagnetization. For demagnetization, just before we have learned some reasons for how to demagnetize, but when we are keeping a magnet as it is for a long time, also the power of the magnet will be getting lost. So this is called self-demagnetization. This is called self-demagnetization. Okay, the property of the magnet to lose their the power of the magnet by itself is called self-demagnetization. Or we can say that when we are there, if there are two magnets are there, two pieces of two magnets are there, I am keeping the magnet together very near, what will happen? There will be attraction or repulsion will be there, surely, no? So due to this continuous attraction and repulsion for a long time also, the properties of the magnet can be demagnetized or can be destroyed. So to avoid that one, we will keep the magnetic keepers. We will keep the magnetic keepers. So what is a magnetic keeper? Nothing. A magnetic keeper is a piece of soft iron bar. Okay, we are using iron material, no? Iron bar only, soft iron bar only as the core of the electromagnet we were using. So how to store the magnet? Suppose I have two bar magnets. What I will do? I will place two iron bars, soft iron bars I will use. It's not a magnet. But when it is in contact with magnet, it is going to act as a magnet by magnetic induction. As a result, what will happen? North pole, this is this one, then it will become north pole, this will become south pole, this will go like this, it will go like this, and the magnetism will not be getting over. Magnetism will not be getting over. So this is called magnetism. Okay, this is called the magnetic keepers. How we are storing the magnet, or how we are keeping the magnet? Taking two bar magnets and two ends. Opposite poles we will keep, and on the opposite pole we are taking, that means two will be attached with the magnetic material. Here we are using soft iron core, and this will store the magnet for a long time. If we are able to store the magnet in such a way, the magnet will not vanish or destroy its magnetics, or it will not get demagnetization. It will show the properties of magnet for a long time. And if it is a U-shaped magnet, we need only one iron bar, soft iron bar. We will keep like this way. Okay, small iron bar we are keeping in such a way, so that what will happen? We are building south, north, and it will be there will be magnetic loop will be there. It will store the magnet for a long time. This is called the magnetic keepers. This is called the magnetic keepers. I hope you understood now. So what are the things we have learned today? We have discussed about uses of magnet, demagnetizing magnet, and finally we have seen about care and storage of magnet. How can we store the magnet? By using two or one soft iron core as a magnetic keepers. Okay, so magnetic keeper means one thing, nothing. If it is two bar magnets, we will keep them opposite poles near, and it will be connected with the two pieces of soft iron core. If it is a U-shape, we need only one piece of soft iron core, so that the magnetism is not going to vanish. It will be stored for a long time. Okay, so this is about our chapter. We have completed our syllabus. Our syllabus is last two chapters, as you know, and try to find out all the answers of the chapter. And if there is any doubt, you can ask me, and read the chapter very well. And if there is any doubt, you can contact me in the WhatsApp, and I will clarify your doubts. And in the coming days, we will have the online classes, and if there is any doubts, we can clarify our doubts, and we can have the revision. Thank you.